If you have arthritis, isn't that bad?
Pardon? I don't. Yeah. I
The
prefer
books?
the concrete floor actually.
They wear like police training.
Architectural
You don't sleep on books.
Magazines are
Send
all
him my body pillow.
Alright, so
That sounds like a
I
you
fancy
problem.
myself having the same thing, and it's actually more cooling
B4
if
short
you
sentence,
sleep on-
B2 and B1 long sentences. B1 has working opportunities. For what crime, Chonk? What about cluster
concrete
A?
floor.
Hello, Teddy.
With no air conditioning and little natural airflow, this place
I
feels
believe you
like
didn't say
a
all
massive
well off.
concrete
What do you
oven.
mean?
The walls radiating the relentless Singapore heat.
Why am I watching a shit show? This shit show is
While the
great.
concept of hard time is universal the world over,
All week off. Oh.
it begs one question.
No, no, all week off.
Very
A big thank you to YouTube for you.
for 40 people. Most of the inmates are sitting on a
Damn.
concrete floor.
I need subtitles. There's no subtitles?
Does it need to be this harsh?
Isn't this guy a chef?
I think we use the word
Man,
Spartan.
everyone's recognizing him. Yes,
We are
Master
making it
Chef.
Spartan, as a deterrent, so that we don't want inmates to come back in
He's
again.
proud of his crime. Confirm, not pedo. True.
Prison officers are referred to as
Visit this next trip to Malaysia. Whack, thank you for the 10 years.
Give my shorty stimulus and guns, I tell them slap for
Oh shit. Okay, watch this after.
so they ain't dying for nothing.
captains
My next
of
plan
life,
is
seen
my
as
next
not
plan
only
is
enforcers,
Kuantan.
but key players in rehabilitating inmates.
You saw this guy on Food Channel with Royal Oak. Damn, bro. We just saw a tattoo artist with a $8,300 bracelet and a $10,000 watch.
They'll be successfully rehabilitated, reintegrated into society.
Do you genuinely feel like you're in the profession of change? Because honestly, primarily you're in the business of punishment.
I guess it's two ways lah. So you punish them, but of course you also want to change them. So I wouldn't say they are distinct. I think they work together. So while you punish them, you also try
Dude,
to
the inmate was more well spoken than this guy. Holy shit. Cluster A for women and high profile criminals.
them to show them
Ah,
this is the mistake
okay.
that you make. So when you go outside, you don't repeat the same mistake again.
Now there's a bundle discount for gifted subs. Why is there bundle discount now?
Changi that the benefits of tough love and Spartan conditions extend
This
beyond.
guy had an engineering degree.
Hey, can we open cell 618? Can we open cell 618?
Mechanical engineering.
They say it creates
He
a
can't
sense
find
of
a job.
equality amongst inmates. And it's also much harder to hide things.
It might not be feasible for you all to film the strip search.
No shit. Okay. That's why would you film it?
Your cell will be searched at least once a month. So what we do is we look out for contraband items, so sharp items, unauthorized medication, unauthorized messages as well. Let's check this part. Because when it closes, you won't be able to tell.
Where have you located items?
There are items like needles. They might attempt to put it through this hole here.
What do they use the needles for?
They might use it as a weapon because they might use it for other insidious reasons like tattooing. So they do self-tattooing within the cell itself.
Damn.
So a lot of it is you touch and feel.
Next China trip when?
There isn't
I don't
anything
know, dude.
abnormal out of place. It can be quite creative. But
I think this year no China, maybe India.
most of the time, I think we are able to find items that they have hidden within the cell.
How do you hide shit here? There's
Today,
no way you
inmate
can hide shit
cell
here.
Is contraband free.
This guy's a
Do you ever
fighter.
have things that you shouldn't have in here?
Oh yeah,
What kind of things?
mostly
Manual.
it's like
What a nice name.
needles, blades, and I've been caught.
The punishment for being caught with contraband. Or
Dude, I couldn't tell that he has tattoos in his arms. Oh my god. I couldn't tell that he has tattoos here. I only noticed a tattoo on his head. Wow, he's fully tatted.
punishment for being caught with contraband or breaking the rules depends on the severity.
Holy.
Hey, pass me.
From a
They
loss of
need to up
privileges for a
the
minor
exposure of the
infraction
camera.
to caning for a major one.
How was that racist, bro?
My first time I was caned. I did tattoo in the prison when I was 17 years old.
He got caned? Hello, Edge. You enjoy my China trips?
What does it feel like?
Oh, China.
Like
I
feel
want to
like
ride a bike
when
in
you
China, but it's so hard.
So it really hurts.
very.
How many times do you think you've been caned in your life?
I think about 7 to 8 times.
Oh, okay.
Clothes hanging on
So
ghost
just this time,
posters.
or-
This time is 7, but previous 6, another previous 6, another
Okay.
previous Singapore.
Chalk, this guy,
Lots of
Master
strokes
Chef.
of
Yeah.
Okay.
Why does he have a
There are
dog
over 40
tattoo on his
offences in
forehead?
Singapore.
that attract a punishment of caning. From rape and robbery through to overstaying a visa, even obstructing a train.
What? Obstructing a train? Caning? So if I push the button in the MRT to stop the train, I get caned and fined? Causing explosion? Caned? Kidnapping is death penalty in Singapore. This is death penalty. Preparation to commit robbery is caning. Being part of a one ring and overstaying a visa. Damn. Employing more than 5 illegal immigrants? What the fuck? Piracy caning? So, if I watch anime on Kiss Anime, I get caned? Keep it to 4. Uh-oh. Oh no. If you hit emergency button for no reason, you at least... Yeah, you get a big fine and caning. Uh-oh. Lending money to family or friends without having a lending license. Uh-oh. Oh fuck, it's raining. I hear it. Solo Leveling episode 12, I watched it already, dude. I watched it already. Commit Robert? Gang robbery? Where is Commit Robert? I don't see it. Am I blind? Robbery is right? Where is Robert? Oh, preparation to commit Robert. Oh no. LRZ. No Roberts allowed in prison. RCD hut.
At 41 years old,
Damn, bro. I didn't know he had a tattoo on his side of the face.
Daniel has spent more of his life in prison than outside it.
Murder is death penalty.
With a body stained from jailhouse ink, scars, and regret, he has a long history of drug abuse and violence.
Oh, drug abuse. Mohammed Tyson, bro.
Manual, so I don't want to take up too much of it.
Piracy is being a pirate?
Hour, maybe 2.
Wait, why did they censor their faces? I wish I could stream in the prison, bro.
Good workout, Emmanuel. Hey, do you look forward to yard time?
Yeah, there's the time that which I can do exercise in the
Dude,
yard.
he looks pretty fit for being in prison, dude.
Build my
How much for subbing this channel? Jail fine, you get kisses.
and my
You get kisses, Chia.
One thing I really noticed about being in here is it's a lot.
What about if you, man, North Pole? If you're an OF, you get jailed.
We can't see the sun and we can't see the moon. We only can see the rain because everything is covered.
This is Emmanuel's 10th incarceration.
Oh, you can't even see. 10th?
What was it that you did to be sentenced this time?
I did causing grievous hurt, and I was consumption drug, and I was possession methamphetamines of 5 packets.
Damn, why does it... Dude, this guy is psychopath. By killing someone, making someone comatose through drink driving is just a couple years prison, 10 years driving suspension. I know, Saitern is fucking crazy, right? Is it also illegal to tattoo face? No. You can get face tattoos anywhere in Singapore. But obviously the artist is gonna talk you out of it. He's been inside prison more than he was outside. Dude, this guy says it so casually. He's like, yeah, just 5 packets of meth.
So,
damn, bro.
With 10 incarcerations, you spend a lot of your life in and out of prison. Do you think the system has worked for you?
Previously, I think not so. But this time, I choose to change, and I choose to listen, and I choose to learn.
he only started listening after being in jail 10 times. That guy's a chef. Yes, wasted. He is. Guys, we need to believe him, okay? We need to trust him. He will change, right? Mr. Selvam will change, whatever his name is.
To date, no amount of canings, hardship, or long sentences have deterred Emmanuel from crime.
Okay, not Selvam. Why did I say Selvam? Someone said Selvam earlier. Emmanuel.
So many violence offense through my journey. I thought
10th time's the charm.
But the criminal things which I'm doing, I didn't think of stopping that.
That was until
Change what? Prisons? No, there's only one prison
I
here.
went for the funeral and put my respect. Mama,
That's like you say,
father,
I don't
my
vape,
idol,
bro.
my
I don't
favorite
fucking
person in the
vape, dude.
I pay my respect. I'm wearing an ankle, go in front of him with my 8-buff. So that was
This piece of shit lives in a premium apartment. Where's the pity? Roswell, what premium apartment?
So
Wait, what
that's
books
the
are
way
he
back.
reading? That's what I want to see. I can't tell. Does anyone know what books these are? They have like a pillow.
So that's the only part when we said that I have wasted most of my life in prison from the age of 16 till now.
Singapore prison looks clean. I mean, it's pretty nice. You guys want to see Swedish prisons, bro? Okay, we watch Swedish prisons after. The Philippines prison, I've seen that before. It's so bad. The dancing one, right?
Is a place where the cost of order is paid
They
for.
go in and on prison so many times. Maybe society isn't for them. It's a chicken and egg kind of situation, you know. You've been in prison for so long, you don't know how to reintegrate into society, and then it happens again. And soon after, you feel like prison's more suited for you.
To benefit society, rather than reflect the severity of the crime.
Norwegian prison has some fucking old room with Xbox PS. Yeah,
It seems
it's like a chalet, bro. It's like a hotel. It's better than my hotel in KL.
Get results. Singapore is one of the safest countries on earth, but at what cost?
You want to try the cotton candy ice cream from McDonald's? What the hell is cotton candy ice cream flavor?
So anything, sir, for the guys?
Have a good shift.
This guy looks like he can't be fucked. Look at this guy.
Stop, Nadi, wait. So anything, sir, for the guys?
Have a good shift. Thank you.
So what's your fun? Stop, steady, yeah.
In Changi, every day begins with a head count, better known as a muster check.
Morning.
In France, you get a smaller studio with electronics and mouse. Damn. Hello, Milk Milk.
Daily in the correctional unit. Good morning.
Most enthusiastic civil servant.
Just want to look out for any injuries.
Well,
People provoke us, we just use violence to solve the problem.
Once the antagonist, Emmanuel now helps others self-reflect and change.
Out of doing this, I learned to be very calm, and I start to talk with people in a calm tone and start to empathy on people and understand myself who I am.
You know that to convert this meter to cm.
Am I high? I'm always high on life, bro.
In the next room, some inmates are finishing their high school equivalency. All of this, we're told, is to empower prisoners.
Wait, why are they drinking Ensure?
Once released. A far cry from the Changi many Australians are familiar with.
Angle tattoo all ball.
Was actually interned in.
Hey Yuki, I'm good.
During the Second World War.
Wow, that's long. That's a connection you have with Changi Prison.
Yeah, absolutely.
Soon Tin is a superintendent in Complex B.
The tiger shoes, no, I'm gonna print it and give it to him.
Changi was overpopulated and recidivism rates were around 45%.
We realized that there have been all inmates coming back into the system and it became a revolving door.
Wow, the guy is a big deal, man. High ranking.
And as such, we
He's
would like to invest resources on the rehabilitation of the offender with the aim to perhaps change his thinking pattern, thinking behavior, his conduct, equip him with skills that cause him to end up in prison in the first place. The result speaks for itself. Our recidivism rate has dropped.
What is recidivism?
We are doing something right.
While it's obvious we're being shown the best side of the system, at 22%, Singapore's recidivism rate.
Oh my god, the caning room.
Of Australia's. However, that doesn't
Is that a caning room?
to a shortage of new inmates.
Or repeat offenders.
We've had about 14 new inmates come in on this path. For many, it's going to be their first time here in Changi Prison.
These men have come straight from court. Those in brown shorts are on remand and are not yet convicted of any crimes. Those in blue shorts have been found guilty.
Hello, Jill.
And could end up in B1 with Emmanuel and Ruben.
Okay, off, turn around, face the wall. Back. Move back.
You can't show the inmates' faces for obvious reasons, but there's a real range here from very young kids, teenagers almost, over to people who are clearly in their 50s or 60s. Very, very somber. I really do get the feeling that for some of them...
Snoopy's not black, dude. Snoopy's blonde.
Prisoners now receive their blue wristbands, and from here on, they are officially inmates.
Wow, is this guy old? Oh my god, this guy is old. What did he do?
Some are clearly distressed.
He didn't pay for his beer at a coffee shop.
So if you have any
No, you don't get chicken rice inside. Yeah, that looks like a lab.
Okay, next.
Oh my god, he's gonna spend his life in prison, bro.
Using illegal drugs like ice, heroin, marijuana.
Wait, what?
For using illegal drugs like ice, heroin, marijuana.
Finally, all inmates are scanned to prevent contraband being smuggled into Changi internally.
Okay, hold the metal bar. Okay, don't move.
As the weight of lost freedom sinks in, inmates are taken to their cells.
He called the Bianca Uggo.
Years before sunlight touches their skin.
Who respects they can get into a VIP lounge? Yes. This is a VIP lounge. He laid a smackdown. He killed his wife.
For first-time offenders like Matthew, their intake was a sobering moment.
I think it was
What did he do?
It was like oh no, like it's gonna be like this for the next few years. Yeah, I was kind of lost. And,
oh my god. He's been jailed for years? Damn. Nice hair, thank you.
Down,
yeah, clear fit, flip
initially.
On the outside,
so they can't hide needles inside.
His first ever brush with the law landed him an 8-year prison sentence.
Can I ask, what did you do to end up here? What were you arrested for?
What did he do?
Okay, I was arrested for drug trafficking charges. Yeah.
Drug trafficking. Wow, you can't judge a book by its cover then. Damn.
So, yeah, in addition to consuming, like I was also selling, like drugs to others.
Ah, okay. So he deserves to be in jail then. He sells it. He's a school teacher, really? How do you know? Wow, you can't really judge a book by its cover. I wonder what drugs. Yeah, they come in all sizes. That's crazy.
What was the volume of drugs that you were caught with?
How the fuck did you get his Instagram? Matthew was a school teacher. His first ever brush with the law landed him in an 8-year prison sentence in Singapore's notoriously harsh Changi prison. Fuck, bro.
Yeah, it's slightly less than 100 grams. Yeah.
Singapore is notoriously hard.
Slightly less than 100 grams?
Caught with the minimum amount is presumed to be trafficking. Hard on
slightly less than
volume of drugs that you were caught with.
Yeah, it's slightly less than 100 grams. Yeah.
Wait, is that not the death penalty? Walter Yellow.
Is notoriously hard on drug crime.
Chonk, schools don't pay well. Let's be honest.
Anyone caught with the minimum amount is presumed to be trafficking.
Isn't this death penalty? Capital punishment?
And could face up to 20 years in prison.
20 years in prison,
Just
bro.
having drugs in your system is enough to get you locked up for 1
true.
year.
Don't do drugs, kids.
There are many inmates here who are serving like really long sentences, and honestly, like a lot of respect for them for having the mental fortitude to like face their sentences.
First offense is 8 years. Is that me? This is not me, bro.
If Matthew had slightly more meth in his possession, he could have faced the death penalty. If he had slightly more meth in his possession.
Are you smuggling meth? Oh my god. Guys, don't do ice, please. Jesus Christ.
He could have faced the death penalty.
It's meth. Yeah, don't fuck with meth.
Yes, I do. Because I got 8 years, right? Which to me is like pretty harsh, right? For a first time.
Thinking.
But when I
How many grams is my vape? What do you mean?
It's not the death penalty.
Bro teaches math, not math.
50 people on death row. The majority are there on drugs charges.
Your brother was facing 5 years but lawyered up? Momo, where are you from?
Not all of them are hardened criminals.
They need to give a second chance.
So I think in Singapore it's easier to cook your own meth than to traffic it, right? So if you cook your own meth, you're not really trafficking because you don't bring it from another country. Is that right?
And yet, in a place so legally restrictive, there are some game enough to fight back.
And this teacher knew junkies.
Capital punishment.
Does Singapore have dealers? I don't know, bro.
Is murder dressed as administration.
How ask ChatGPT? What is this link? Bro, what the How do you do it so quickly? How the fuck did you do it so quickly, bro?
I'm in Singapore.
You thought of this meme.
Taste of life behind bars in Changi prison. While some inmates have been granted multiple
Seattle people got picked up with 0.5 kilos of meth. What the fuck, bro? 475 grams of meth? 185 grams of fentanyl? That will kill the entire city, right? 146 grams of cocaine, crack cocaine, brown heroin, black tar heroin. What the fuck? Damn, bro. Walking supermarket.
The less fortunate linger on
Average
death
day in the
row,
US.
awaiting a final and
Jesus Christ. What is M30? I don't understand that.
The country has executed over 400 people. The majority of them on drugs charges. Some of
Wait. Why?
Fate. In the past 2 decades, the country has executed over 400 people.
In over 2 decades, the country has executed over 400 people. Why did they pan to Little India for this? Yeah, why show Little India? I don't get it. Is it relevant?
The majority of them on drugs charges, some of them from Australia.
Singapore today executed heroin smuggler Van Nguyen.
Because when it comes to drug crime in Singapore,
no reason
is in short supply.
All 400 were from there? Because of clicks? No way.
Is being too strict when it comes to drug-related issues.
Study is made to convict some drugs for smuggling
They
purposes.
need to give a second chance to first-time committers.
Sankari and Angel have made a 6-hour round trip from Kuala Lumpur to visit their brother Panir on death row in Changi.
Oh my god, death row?
51 grams of
Is
heroin.
Little India broke? No, not really.
At the point of time when he got caught, he was not.
What is this, Shoki?
I'm not gay.
You are gay.
No, I'm not.
What's your...
Bro, Shoki, unrelated link, bro. Why do you send me this? Completely unrelated. It's not even part of the fucking stream, dude. What was that for? He asked me if I'm gay.
Aware that he was carrying heroin. He was thinking that was sex medicine.
Panir says he was tricked into
Sex
carrying
medicine.
drugs across the border from Malaysia.
He wanted to know. I'm not.
Did he have any history?
Yeah, guys, don't do drugs. No, I mean,
offenses before.
Rash is not only don't do drugs in Singapore, don't do drugs anywhere.
No, never.
Not at all.
This
Not
is the
at
first time.
He even have a certificate from Ministry of Foreign Affairs that he doesn't have any criminal record.
Do you think his punishment fits the crime?
No, it doesn't.
No, definitely not.
Oh no.
Singapore denying his rights to have a second chance.
Yeah, of course, don't fuck with Singapore government.
People and their safety.
Bro, you're Malaysian. You should know how strict Singapore is. If you do drugs, you fucking die, man.
They should focus more on the.
You smoke drugs all the time.
Focusing on drug mules who being just a postman or courier to.
I'll go heroin over the border if caught. Just say sex medicine.
Media aren't allowed to speak with death row inmates.
They should know.
Panir has asked Sankari to pass a message to me.
I'm sorry your brother is going on death row, but you know how strict the Singapore government is. Yeah, fuck around and find out exactly.
This is what he told this morning. He said, "I need a second chance. I want a second
Fafo.
chance."
Am I kingpin? Yeah, I'm gonna be mayor of New York City.
And in this system, for people like him, there is no second chance.
Yes.
In a system that now prides itself on second chances, there's a clear unwillingness to extend them to those on death row.
Our approach for our rehabilitation programs is based on R&R, which is their risk, needs, and responsiveness.
Risk, needs, and
By that
responsiveness.
metrics, some of the things may not be available to the inmates who are on.
If you run into oncoming traffic, expect to get knocked. Exactly.
Given the success that Changi has had with rehabilitation in reducing rates of reoffence, is the death penalty still an important part of Singapore's approach to punishment?
Is this system working though? Are there less hard drugs used than in other countries? I would say I have also known people that did drugs, ice in particular, but I don't know a lot. So Test. Okay, as I was saying, I think it's working because I do know like drug people. I do know people that went to prison before for drugs. And I was actually kind of surprised. Like, damn, bro, you actually did drugs. I couldn't tell. They got caught. I think they got snitched on. And what happened was they have to go for urine tests every month or something. The government's watching.
When we talk about death penalty, we also need to look at, serving the larger interest.
The cable's bad. Yeah, I think cable's bad.
And in the recent survey that we do with the public in terms of death penalty, we see...
I think the laws do work.
For the death penalty, to continue for the very
Like,
serious
don't take heroin or meth, guys,
While
please.
government
It's gonna
polls suggest
fuck
the
you up.
majority of Singapore supports the death penalty, there are some willing to fight against it.
I think the death penalty is
to
a
dissent.
good
In
penalty.
the first place, the government doesn't like activists very much, but particularly with the death penalty.
Kirsten Han leads the Transformative Justice Collective, a group fighting the death penalty in Singapore.
Today's judicial execution.
You suppose strict as drug laws? I mean, okay. Look at this example for example. Well, what is the Canadian city across Seattle? Is it Vancouver? Look at Vancouver. I think it's Vancouver. Like the people there taking like fentanyl, so many people, so many homeless people taking like drugs. It's Vancouver, right? Across. Yeah, Vancouver. Toronto is not across from Seattle. North of Seattle. Wasted city. Wasted. Okay, let me ask you a question. How is the fentanyl problem in your city? Yeah, drugs are decriminalized. Philadelphia is not Philadelphia. That's not in Canada. They take it from you and let you go. It's very bad. Damn. Philly to LA, Chicago. Yeah, true. It's bad where you live. Swifty, where are you from? That's crazy, dude. Yeah, so they give out. I read a news report. They give out free clean needles, right? Yeah, they give them clean needles. Exactly.
And a rare.
So it's so different. You see the stark contrast of Vancouver and Singapore. Drug related, Shogi. I don't know if I can trust you again. You have breached my trust. Okay, I trust you again. I trust you again. Yeah, look at this. Fucking crazy, bro. This is real? Do you see them often wasted, or is this like a one-off thing? Come to Mexico borders and major California cities? I know. First clip is LA. This is real. George R. Martin. Maybe. This is fucking crazy, bro. We don't have stars? Ah, wait, this is downtown LA? This is near Beverly Hills or what? Hollywood. This is Hollywood. You guys don't have the Hall of Fame. Hollywood is...
You are my special.
Boy, oh boy.
So in April 2022, we had 2 protests against the death penalty here. I think there were about 400
The next will be a Rickroll. Hell no.
To me, it was quite a big deal.
I fucking hate that, but got him.
The death penalty, which we've always been told Singaporeans either support or don't care about.
Boy, oh boy.
The protest centered around the planned execution.
This guy died already.
Who was caught with 43 grams of heroin. Despite an intellectual disability and allegations of being forced into trafficking, he was eventually put to death.
Yeah, he's dead.
I think Nagin's case really drove home how sort of cruel and dehumanizing.
We should have
the
team of
system
courses just go out with tons and tons of Narcan. Narcan is only needed when you OD, right?
The death
You remember his
penalty is
case? Yeah.
murder dressed as administration.
So in the case of this guy, even the United Nations pleaded for sympathy from the Singapore government. Singapore government was like, nah, he broke the laws. He needs to be punished. He's gone. The United fucking Nations.
But as difficult as it is for us as activists, it is really nothing.
The UN. Singapore government don't give a shit, bro. Which is a good thing.
The Singapore Prison Service.
We gotta
they call
punish,
themselves the
dude.
captains
Zero
of
fucks
lives,
given.
But I think
Was he
for
restored?
the prisoners,
I don't know.
the
He
captains of lives are the one that will send
yeah, it
you
must have been for the money.
sent to your death.
We found the next gunless
And so I
2K.
really hope that one day in the future, not only will the death penalty be gone from Singapore, but that future generations of Singaporeans will think about it and be shocked that we even had it in the first place.
If you lift the penalty, more people will get forced into trafficking. Exactly. Not forced, but they'll be like, hey, if the UN pleads, I can get off scot-free.
Country where punishment favors the benefit to society.
Like, why? Why would you do it? So it just encourages people, you know what I'm saying?
Can appear harsh and desperately unfair.
I do feel like the reason why Singapore became so successful in terms of economics and blah, 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 and the growth of society is because of these harsh rules. This is why you can walk outside at 3 a.m.
It's our last day in Changi. And in the
W. Tharman? It wasn't Tharman, it was Lee Kuan Yew, bro.
running race.
Plus it's dictatorship. I wouldn't call it dictatorship. We still have our freedom, you know what I'm saying? It's authoritarian. Is that a word?
The community to give former inmates a second chance.
Look at Canada and America. Too much freedom, yeah. Too much freedom comes at a price.
Second chances for offenders.
But obviously in Canada and America, because it's so big, you don't really encounter this every day. So it's still okay. Singapore is so small. Imagine just walking outside your house, you see like fucking drug addict.
You know, coming here to give them
Half marathon man, I can't run, bro. I'll die.
A mix of regular citizens.
How free do you want to be? Guns?
Former Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong.
Yuki, why did you DM me? What the hell is this? Lee Hsien Loong. Canada is not free? What is this? I'm not wearing Ginny's panties. Why would I be wearing Ginny's panties? What the fuck? Dude, I can use Ginny's panties as my fucking blanket, bro. Fucking thick ass motherfucker. Hello, Hersey. Stripe, yeah, I'm wearing. What do you mean caught? What the hell's my neck mount? Oh.
Representing Australia is High Commissioner Alex.
She's looking.
There's also a boy band comprised of current inmates.
That's not cool, bro. I was just kidding. It's a joke.
As the inmates in B1
Striped is not a color. It is a pattern.
Some are determined not
Watch
to be
it your own
defined by the system that's controlled the best part of their lives. But for the families with loved ones on death row, there's little to look forward to.
This is a first-time offender and he has been trapped. Give them a second chance and give them opportunity to change themselves to
Don't
be a
do
better
drugs,
person,
kids.
not denying their rights to live. You can teach them lesson, but not by pulling their life.
It's nuts, huh? This is crazy, bro. Okay, what is this? 3 minute 55? Something a breakup that didn't happen? Death row on this 24/7? I will never steal again. Guys, is my singing better? You rather I sing? Okay, I'll sing then. Okay, I'll sing. All right. Why sing? You tell me this is a meme? Sing the song to see it's better? She is as talented as I am. I think I sing better, dude. I don't want to be rude or anything, but I think she sounds like DJ Baba. You guys know DJ Baba? You don't know who DJ Baba is? Who is that? Oh, MC Baba. Sorry. Wait. Not this part. MC Baba. What are the lyrics, bro? Wait, what the fuck is this, Char? Why did you send a link of KW? What is this? What the fuck? gonna be the day that. Today's gonna be the day I'm going back to you. Why say? I can play a song, but I need my capo. Give me a sec. I lost my capo. I can sing. What can I use as a